Hi there, everyone. Jalissa here, and today is the last part in the Resilience Formula Project sequence. And today we're going to talk about service. And last week we discussed the concept of clarity coming from engagement, right? Engaging your mind and your body into something that will shift the energy towards a opening up things and opportunities and just you feeling better when life has knocked you down. So today we're going to talk about service and where that comes in and what it has to do with resilience. So, you know, this whole thing has been about how to pick yourself back up when life knocks you down, right? How to get into a state of resilience when bad things happen. And so just to recap quickly, the first step is acceptance, the second step is personal responsibility, then the third step is clarity through engagement, so engaging the body, and this last step is service. And here's the deal. Why is this so important? When bad things happen to us and when life knocks us down, it's very easy and very pretty much happens by default that we just focus on us, right? On what this does to us and how this affects us. And when we really go into deep philosophical conversations about the purpose of life and why bad things happen, right? It ultimately is because we are here as human beings to be of service. Now, recently, that has become a very popular issue. Be of service, be of service. There are tons of books on it. There's actually courses on it. And, because it has a lot to do with your purpose. And then it's attached to your passion. And all of that is great. And I'm a true believer. But here's the thing. Service happens every single day in your life, in everything that you do. It is not an isolated thing that you do every once in a while. It's very much attached to who you are, and everything that you go through in life has a reason, and that reason is usually attached to you being able to utilize that to help someone else. Um, we are all influenced, inspired, motivated by someone. And the thing that makes us connect to that person, that then allows that person to inspire and motivate us, is that they've been through something. They've understood a feeling or a situation that we have either been through as well or are going through in the moment. And you can be that person for so many people. And it doesn't have to be something grand and huge and I think that's where the concept is lost sometimes. It begins with your life at home, with your family, with your friends, with your community, right? And then it can expand into other things. For example, maybe a business venture or maybe a hobby that you are linked to. But it begins in a very small space and nucleus, which is your family. And I think that the more we attach to the fact that if every time something happened, instead of focusing on what this has done to you and how terrible this is, you ask yourself, how can I utilize this situation to help someone else? How can I use this? What can I learn from this situation that I can teach and extend this experience over to somebody else? That is what human life purpose is all about. And that is service. And I think many religions of the world, I don't want to get into religion, but many religions of the world, and that's the main message, right? Is that we are to use our life to help others, right? It's a main core of our faith, be it whatever faith you belong to. And so it merits much importance to actually take that on as a life practice. Every time something happens to you, ask yourself, how can I utilize this situation, this circumstance to be of service to other? Now, this requires being able to talk about things, discussing things, sharing things. And a lot of times, culturally, there can be taboos attached to things that happen, or, there can be a little shame attached to certain things that may happen to someone in their life. And that is why this is not the first part of the resilience project sequence. It's the last one because it comes when you are ready, right? You cannot be of service to somebody until you have healed. So this is the part of the formula where you pretty much come to a space where you're ready to talk about this. You're ready to share this with someone else, and you're ready to show someone how they can get out of this, how they can pull themselves up, how they can also be resilient the way you have become. And so that alone is such a huge, I think if that's all we take away and all that happens after something bad happens to us, then it was a great thing. Really, because I think it's the Jewish Orthodox faith. Their thing is that if they influence one life every day, if they do something positive and good for one person each day, they have completed their entire life purpose for this lifetime. So imagine if we just take that on. I think it's a beautiful way to take on bad things, right? But like I said, we have to come to a place when it's okay, when we feel comfortable with sharing, because being of service and having compassion for someone else and being able to lend your hand and lift them up and give them the faith that they need to lift themselves up and to believe that they can actually get past whatever they're going through requires communication. And so when you've done the work, when you've been through the acceptance part for yourself, when you've been through taking personal responsibility for your actions and what you did, right? All of that entire process and journey is an experience for you, right? Is your story. And so the third part is when you actively engage in things that are going to pull you up, right? Again, another element, another layer to your story. And then you come to that place where, wow, this is where I've come so far, right? When things have happened, when you've met people, when, circumstances have showed up, when you feel that you've reached a better place, when you finally feel that you're out of the funk and you're in a better place, then you start to talk about it. Right? Then you are able to share it with some people. And for every situation and every person, that time frame between step one and this step is very different. There isn't a set timeline for that, whatever it is. But it's important that it does happen, and it merits so much importance, because really, when you get yourself to that place, then it was all worth it. Okay? It was all worth the pain, the hassle, because anytime that we lift someone up from something, we've done something incredible. We've been part of a miracle. We have contributed our piece to humanity. Every life matters. Every situation, every good deed matters. And that's what is so important about this step. It also puts you in a place where you're taking the focus off of you, right? It's not about you, it's about other people. And when you are able to serve and help other people, you feel there's no greater feeling. That's why parenting is it's a difficult and hard journey, but it's the most rewarding, because it's not about you. You get up every day and you do everything, and it has nothing to do with you. It has to do with giving all the tools and skills and things to that child, to that person that you brought into the world, so that they can then go on and live a responsible life, right? Or a healthy life, or whatever, So it's important that we integrate this into our processes as we move ahead in life, and things happen. So I hope that this message resonates with you. I hope that you get the importance of service. I hope that no matter what you have been through in your life, what situation you've been through, that you can go through the motions and these steps that I have laid out for you, and get to a place where you can utilize your story and your journey to help inspire, motivate, and serve someone else. It is life altering, it is life changing, and it doesn't have to be something huge. Every story that you've been through, everything that you've been through, can be of significant importance to someone else. So I hope you take that to heart. That is all for today, and thank you for giving me your time, and I hope that this serves you in some way. Take care. Bye-bye.